So these are leg dexterity drills, and you'll see them a lot in kata. So the first one, as you've seen in kata before, is that shuffling footstep. Just keep in mind, so the idea for this is that if you're advancing forward, you don't want to advance forward on somebody leaning in like this, because if they, let's say they step out of the way or you overextend, you get pulled down. Another thing too is it's more advantageous to kind of scoop underneath somebody to kind of lift them up rather than trying to pull them up from up top. So a lot of times, and in the higher katas, for example, Pasai, Kusankus, they have this shuffling step where I advance forward with my front foot and then my back foot shuffles forward, but it's not a shuffling like this where I'm kind of like a boxer in that sense. I'm actually shuffling with my hips underneath me, so I'm actually curling this forward. So I'm actually going here. So you can see how if you're holding onto somebody or you're picking somebody up and taking them that way, the arch is actually coming up like that. So the first drill we're gonna do, this can be a solo drill and turn it into a partner drill. I'm gonna cut to some partner footage of this. But all I'm gonna do is, my hands are up like this. I can even come up like this, like in the katas, right? And they shuffle forward. But I'm actually kicking out the front foot, and then I'm going to overextend and shuffle forward. So I sweep and forward. Some things to keep in mind, look at how my hips stay square. So when I sweep, I'm not sweeping like this and trying to come in leaning with my hip, because then my alignment's off and I can't push off of my back heel. So I'm sweeping square and I'm shuffling forward square. And you see this in your katas, right, where you go here and you push forward, doing that motion, and you come here, that motion here. Notice how the hips are still square and pointing forward towards the person attacking. So here's the partner version of that. You essentially kick out the front foot and then shuffle underneath their center. Notice how when you shuffle, your front foot ends up underneath them in between their legs. This can also be a reactive drill. So one person's trying to kick out your leg, you swivel around it, and you actually go and push them off center from the outside in. What we're gonna do is, someone's gonna do that to us, right? So let's say first we kicked out their foot, but now they do it to us. Now, since they're kicking out our own foot, we don't want to get off balance and fall that way. So all we're going to do is we're going to swivel out, and we're actually going to swivel around that leg and hook it up. So you can imagine this is the same motion you do when you check a kick. You want to flare your knee out a little bit, connect your elbow to your knee, put up that wall. So if I'm facing a square here, you check a kick like that. Now imagine you're just hooking behind someone's knee this way. And you want to point, dorsal flex your foot, point your toes up, so you're actually hooking like that. So again, someone kicks out your front foot, boom, you turn out. And from there you could see, kind of visualize, you're gonna do a oblique kick to that far knee. So you're going here, and back down. So that's the outside version. So here's the partnered version of that drill. The person tries to sweep out your foot, you swivel around it, flare your knee out, and then kick, or I guess press on your partner's knee, and stimulating and kick to that knee joint there. And then you have the inside version where you come out in, side kick, and come back, right? So out, in, and notice how my knee kind of goes 45 degrees to the center line. So if there's a line going from the floor to the ceiling here, my knee's straight up, but now this one goes 45 or 45. And that gives you access to different kicks here. So this is a great drill to do. You can also swivel your legs back and forth to get to that 45. So what I mean by that is, instead of just rotating like this, I'm actually bringing my foot around like that. So if you see it from the side, I'm just not doing this, I'm actually going around an obstruction and going around the obstruction again. So if you had something like a corner of or a chair leg or something, I'm going this side, my foot's past the obstruction, then it goes around it, then it goes around it, and goes around it here. So this is a great drill, solo drill to do here, right? And maintain your balance as you. And here's the partner version of this. You can see how the partner is compliant and just keeping his legs straight, so you can kind of swing it and hook it up on either side.